Yes.
She's in the process of laying as we speak. I'm just hoping all goes smoothly.
Man, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations on
thank
that,
you.
and fingers crossed for
Yeah,
sure.
I got
Yeah.
everything. My legs, my toes, my
Yeah.
feet, everything's crossed right now.
Right.
I'm panicking slightly, but
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
hoping.
that's an amazing achievement for
Thank you.
sure.
Appreciate
Yeah. What's what's been one of the most challenging elements of working with the Crocs and getting them to breed? Because there's only been a handful of people in the States
it.
that have been successful.
I think with them, it's a lot to do with being social. I think when they feel comfortable, they're more likely to breed.
Mhm.
I don't know if they have to be hands on where they're like playing with you, but
Right.
if they're calm enough to be in your vicinity without freaking out, I think that's number one. My female was very, very calm. And then I got my male in, and he was the same. And I just was like, you know what? She's cycling. Let's give it a shot. And I haven't had them long. I maybe had them 3 months, and it
Mhm.
happened like that. So I think
That's
that's the
awesome.
key. And I think the biggest thing with them is people don't give them enough space. It's a huge monitor, and people think that you
Yeah.
keep it in a PVC enclosure. I mean, their enclosure is 12 foot by 12 foot by 8 foot, and I
Yeah.
want to go bigger than that. So
Yeah.
but it works for now. It's working for now, and they seem to love it. So
Yeah.
I think that's number one. I think they have a really bad rap. I think people kind of think that they're like this big, scary, aggressive monitor when they really just want to be left alone. Like they want
Right.
to go up higher than you and be just left alone. And if you give them that respect, they'll give you the same. Because I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of any of them. I never get charged. I never have any problems where they try to bite me, and it's because I respect them and I leave them alone. I'm never
Yeah.
really hands on with them too much.
Which is fair. And yeah, I think I think keepers, monitor keepers in general, we've gotten spoiled by Salvatore, the Asian water
Yeah,
monitors.
yeah,
It's a
definitely.
super friendly, basically scaly dog. So
Yeah, yeah,
when it comes to another large monitor like that, you think big monitor, it's got a brain, it can process these things. But
yeah,
when you really start paying attention, I remember being at Nerd, we always equated it to like bird brain, where it's like incredibly intelligent, but you can watch everything's happening in the eyes. You
yeah,
see the
yeah,
pupils contract and dilate and everything. And they will tell you everything that they're feeling in that moment if you just give them
definitely.
a little bit of space to kind of figure it out. And
Yeah,
yeah, so I would agree 100%. I think that people just need to give them some space to really settle down. And if you can achieve that, then yeah, it looks like clearly that's the way.
yeah, yeah. I think the biggest thing with them too is like I don't know. A lot of people say that these reptiles don't have emotions, and just like you said, if you watch their eye, it's not an expression like we have in their face, but you could see
Right.
almost their emotion from their eye. That people
100%.
goes big, they're like all panicking, ready to go. Then if they're calm, you can tell by their eyes. And I don't know that maybe that's just from working with them. And I know to some people that sounds crazy. You tell them that like, you could tell a reptile's emotions by looking at it. They're like, come on, but you really
Yeah.
can, especially if it's your animal and you spent a lot of time with
100%. And I tell people, like having worked with a lot of blood pythons and now doing a lot with Amazon tree boas, like you start to understand their behavior and their quirks
it.
and those little subtle tells. So I tell people all the time, it's just like we look at a dog or a cat. When a dog wags its tail, we know it's happy. When a cat wags its tail, we know it's upset.
Yeah,
It's those same kind of things, but reptiles are viewed as these scary creatures. So like nobody's putting in that amount of effort
yeah,
to actually look at them like that,
yeah,
where it's like, it's not going to wag its tail. If it does, it's really mad. Like,
yeah.
like it's time
It's
to
true.
go. But,
Yeah. If you
you
see a
know,
croc monitor wagging its tail, get out of the way.
yeah,
Quick.
exactly. Exactly. But like outside of that, nobody's really willing to take that time and realize like, well, they can't speak.
Yeah,
They're not going to do some enhanced physical motion
yeah,
to get you to understand how they're feeling. So you have to pay attention to those subtle
yeah,
movements, and then
yeah,
you learn everything. So
yeah,
I think that that's really exciting to just have another layer of somebody understanding crocodile monitors and getting them to a point where it's like they're not all bad.
no,
You just got
no,
to work with them, give them that space, and
yeah,
and then to be able to parallel that not just into keeping but breeding.
yeah.
And like that's huge, man. I want to hear the total egg count.
I will. I'll definitely let you know. I will definitely let you know. I'm excited.
Please
There,
do, man.
there's a few things going on right now that I'm just nerve wracked in because how I do my breeding, at least it's probably not the smartest way, but I try to pair everything at once so I could focus on everything at once and then have a
Yeah,
break for a little while instead of like one after another. So I have a
that's
lot of
fair.
projects going on right now, and they're all coming down to the wire. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm on my phone like staring at my camera all day.
Hey man, you could be scrolling through Facebook.
I probably drive my family and my wife nuts because all I talk about all day is reptiles. That's what my wife was telling me before. She's like, just go on there and tell them how you are, who you are, and that's all you talk about. Like,
Yeah.
like that's all you need to do is talk how you talk to us all day long, and
Yeah.
they'll probably feel the same way. Like, shut up.
Man, it's all about the animals, man.
Yeah,
That's what makes life fulfilling. So I'm sure my partner gets just as flustered when I'm just like, "This is cool. Look at this snake. It's so awesome." It's like, yeah, it's another snake. Great.
yeah, yeah. We think about it an unhealthy amount.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
dream about it, wake up, think about it all day as I'm
Yeah.
doing everything. So
I was gonna say, it's bad when like your the bottom of your phone is like phone calls, text messages, morph market, and then email.
yeah, yep. Which I definitely need to stay off of. I don't need
Yeah,
any more projects.
yeah,
I
right,
need to
exactly.
stay off work market.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of adding other projects, is there anything that's like out in your periphery of like I
I
might want to add something?
There's always something. That's the
Yeah.
problem. There's always something. But I need to cap it for right now. I just got Sam Morensis the other day. A friend made me an
Nice.
offer that I couldn't refuse that he wanted to do like a joint project on. So I did that, but that is the cap. I was done before that.
That's
Yeah,
fair. I feel like when it comes to especially veranded keeping, even with some of the smaller monitors, they require a lot of space. So I feel like
yeah,
that cap gets hit much quicker
yeah,
than what us snake folks are able to
yeah,
handle.
yeah. I'm looking at. I have a building at my house that I haven't finished yet because my facility is somewhere else, so it's not actually here. But now I'm
Mhm.
looking at like how can I finish this building and add more stuff. That's what the problem is. You're never happy. You're always trying to push the next boundary, and I need to stop. Two facilities is too much.
Yeah, yeah, just a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But
I need to have it all in one place.
yeah, I totally understand that though. The amount of people who have known me for a long enough period of time when I'm like, yeah, and then I'll be good, then I'll be all set, and you're like, that's a lie. That's a bold faced lie, and I've heard you say that at least half a dozen times.
Yep.
Like,
My dad says the same thing. I'm like, I'm done. This is all I need. He's like, next week we'll talk about this
yeah.
again. Because my dad
Oh
still
man,
does all this with me. Yeah, my whole family.
that's
What's
awesome.
crazy is my whole family loves animals, and we
Yeah.
were all in and out. I mean, I was really more into the reptiles my whole life, but my whole family's in and out of it. My dad's been with me the whole time, and now my wife is too. And
That's
it's cool.
awesome.
It's cool that I have extra hands to help me because I couldn't do it by myself. There's no way.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And just having that support from your partner is super helpful, but then when your whole family's involved in it, it's
Yeah,
just it's that much more fulfilling and rewarding for sure.
yeah, definitely. I almost feel bad because my wife's 8.5 months pregnant. She looks like she's about to pop, and we're doing water changes last night. I'm like, maybe you should stop. She's like, I can't let you do this by yourself. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, you're right.
In the 80% humidity, it's fine.
Yeah,
This is great.
yeah. I feel so bad, but I can't do it. Like last couple of weeks, I'm going to be struggling because I put in like between the two of us, we put in about 5 hours every night.
Mhm.
So to put in 10 hours is crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll see. I
You
might have to
got
hire
this.
someone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Just be like,
yeah.
call up dad and be like, hey dad, look, it's time to buckle down
He's
for a
not
couple
doing
weeks.
it. He'll come watch.
He'll come watch us. It's great. He'll be like, what's the camera app? I'll check it from
Yeah,
home.
yeah, it's the truth. No, he's great. He still helps me, just not in that 80% humidity. He doesn't want to be part of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
very fair. That's
I
very
don't blame
fair.
him.
Yeah. It does get overwhelming for sure, especially if you're not. I mean, even when you are in it every day, it can be
Yeah.
overwhelming, but especially if you're not in it every day.
Yeah, and to go from working outside in it to something even hotter is very, very hard to
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
do.
100%. We're a special breed of people.
Yeah, yeah, you have to be. You have to be. Yeah,
Cool, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time and
yeah,
coming to chat with me, man. And we're here on the USARK YouTube channel, so I have to ask you,
yeah.
what does USARK mean to you?
No, man, they mean so much to me, and I'm sure so many people in this community. I look at it as they're like the leader of this community. As crazy as that sounds, not really crazy, but they're the leader of this community, and as being part of this community, we need to back them. They're the ones that go fight the fight, and we need to stand behind them and support any way we can. And that's how I look at it. And I've been a supporter since I've known about USARK. So
Absolutely, man. We definitely appreciate the support, dude. But
Thank you
yeah,
so much for having me on. It means the world, Jeremy.
absolutely, Nick. Yeah, thank you for coming and hanging and chatting. So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely appreciate it, man. Like I said, I want that final egg count on
I,
those croc
I will let
monitors.
you know. I'll be on my phone all night. I'm ready.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, dude, thank you so much, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Talk to you soon. Thanks.